gift from me to my Mind Body Dance and Yoga tribe as a Autumn Equinox blessing, because one of my favourite things to do in autumn is some really gentle yin-like yoga. And this, you don't have to have any experience, anyone can do this. It's a really nice thing to do, especially in the evening after a long day. You don't have to have any experience. So if you have a strap, that would be useful. You can use like a dressing gown, cord, it doesn't have to be a yoga strap, or something like that. I've got a couple of blankets which are going to be helpful, or you can have towels, something you can roll up. Two is good because you might want to put them under your knees, kneel on them, but we'll also use them to get a little bit of height a little bit later. And just make sure, because we're going to be quite still, that you're warm enough and in a quiet, warm environment, if possible. Not always possible to be in a quiet environment. Let's get started. So come into just a comfortable seat to begin with. Feel free to sit on something. In fact, I'm going to pop myself on one of my blankets. Your legs can be extended if you like. This is your invitation to fully indulge in you and your body. So place one hand on your heart and just one on your belly. Close your eyes, or if that doesn't feel good, soften the gaze and just take a few breaths here. Allow yourself to arrive. Notice your whole body as one. The bits that feel comfortable, the bits that feel uncomfortable, just welcome it all. Welcome thoughts, welcome feelings, welcome everything as you are right now. Let your pelvis be heavy and let the earth hold you. Let whatever parts of your body are on the ground to be heavy. Gentle lift through your spine. Soften your heart, soften your face. Set the intention here together to spend a few minutes today with this practice, honoring your whole being, your physical self, your emotional, your energetic self. I am honoring my needs right now. Breathing into your belly, your ribs, your chest. Let the whole torso expand, and then slowly empty of any air. And release stagnant air from the lungs, and again breathe in belly, ribs, chest. Soften across the collarbones and the jaw as you empty. And twice more. Expansion and release. On your next exhale, blink the eyes open. I'm going to invite you to consider in this little short yin, as we come into autumn, which is all about releasing, where nature displays how to beautifully release in order to plant seeds for spring. What can you let go of? It can be physical things, emotional things, old stories. In order, what can you release in order for new things that are meant for you, that serve you, to come in? You don't need an answer right now, but as we release tension and blockages in the body during this, what can you let go of? It's just a consideration. Okay, we're going to start with the legs out. If you feel a little tucked under, sit on a cushion or a blanket, and then extend your right leg and place your left knee down. If the right leg feels too tight under the knee, put a blanket underneath. So you could be raised on your sit bones, and you can be raised under the knee. If this knee's not comfy, put it on the foot. Nice. And then inhale to find length. Relax this foot, so just let it slump in or out. And we fully fold and relax forward. Let your head and your body become so heavy over your legs. So in yin, unlike hatha, we're not trying to hold an alignment. As long as you are pain-free, we are simply surrendering. no effort. We meet our edge where there's some intensity, but there's never pain. And then we find stillness. The power of yin is all about cultivating stillness. And when the body is still, the mind starts to still. So just be here and scan your body. Where are you holding tension? Where perhaps you can invite some softening as you exhale. We're not going to hold these breaths for as long as perhaps we would in a yin class, which is usually 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to hold them for about a minute, so really inviting that stillness and softening, immediately surrendering. You can let your head be heavy here, gently stretching the back of the neck. Releasing all that isn't serving with every exhale. And try your best not to fidget. The stillness really is the magic ingredient here, alongside some gentle awareness of the breath. We don't have to breathe a particular way. Can you relax your face anymore? Maybe as you hold these asanas for some time, your edge might move and you may sink a little deeper. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll gently inhale to bring the body up. Relax your shoulders, smile, and then we'll switch sides. Again, propping up with blankets if you need to, maybe under the thigh or the knee here. Inhale, find length. Let the legs be heavy and soft as you just slump forward passively, no effort, over your leg. Notice the parts of your body in contact with the ground and let them be held. Can you soften across the shoulders and the upper back anymore? And stay really curious to any physical sensations. Before we release tension, we tend to find little pockets of popping and fizzing where the tension starts to release. And as we release tension and tightness on a fascial level, the prana, the energy in the body which we need in order to feel good, to have energy, it also starts to flow to the parts of the body where perhaps it was not flowing before. And that just makes us feel better on every level. We need prana, life force, energy throughout the whole body. And they go hand in hand. If there's a physical blockage, then there's an energetic blockage. If there's an energetic blockage, there's a physical blockage. And just a few more breaths here. Maybe you can feel your breath expand right out to your extremities as you inhale. And I surrender as you exhale. Can you release any more tension in the face? Beautiful. Let's walk the hands back in and release the shoulders. Good. We're gonna come now onto the hands and knees. Just find a little gentle movement if that feels good. And then we're gonna come into puppy posture. So for this one, we're gonna walk the hands forward. Your hips are gonna stay above your knees and come onto your forearms. If you're quite tight in the shoulders, you may just stay here and let your forehead come down to the ground. Or you may be able to extend the arms longer. If you're very open, you may come onto your chin and chest. But remember, don't do what you normally do in your yoga class. It's yin. Less is more, no striving. So while I can get my chest on the floor, that's quite intense. And we're just working gently for releasing, yeah? So I'm going to put my forehead down. It can also be that you might want to take a hold of the forearms. That might feel good. For those of you who want more intensity, you can add a little tricep and shoulder stretch here by coming onto your elbows and bringing the hands to prayer behind the neck. So this feels good for me. Ground through your shins, relax your belly and breathe. Coming into stillness, relaxing your jaw. We're just here for 1 minute. If you feel like you're shifting forward, just use your lower belly muscles to gently draw the hips back. Make sure that the back of the neck here is soft, yeah, no tension. Really keep your awareness in your shoulders, your chest as you breathe. Take one more breath here. Releasing the arms, navel in as you push into your forearms. And then we're going to sit back here in Balasana. Hips towards your heels. Don't worry if they don't get all the way there. Hands can be back or forwards and bow your forehead in the direction of the floor. Knees can be together or wide. And just soften, release, surrender. See if you can feel your breath as you inhale, expanding the back body right across the lower back where the kidneys are. Right up into the shoulders and then empty. One more. And then use your hands to pull yourself up. Good, and relax the face. Well done. Okay, we're going to take one more nice little asana here. So if you've got a strap, you can do this next one without a strap, but if you do, or like a dressing gown cord, either bind the strap or make a little bow or knot at the very end. You want it wide enough to put over and around your lower back. If you're quite tight in the hips, you may want to do this first time without a strap. And then you're going to put it over your feet, like so. Yes, it's around my back and underneath the feet here. And then I'm going to pull, going to bring my feet to where's comfortable, so as close as I can without any pain. And I'm going to pull this tight. So it just feels supportive on the lower back, yeah? And obviously if you've got like a dressing or something you're tying in a knot, you can maybe put it around your lower back, under your feet and then tie it. So it's just a loop and we're here. You can do this without a loop, you can do this just with the knees dropping. And then grab your blanket or blankets. I'm going to put mine together and I'm going to roll them up, yeah? And I'm going to put them horizontal underneath my shoulder blades as I lie back. A little bit of effort here, but I promise you it's worth it. Make sure I can be seen. So your rolled up blanket or towel under your shoulder blades, or like where your bra strap would be, women. Yeah, and then let your shoulders spill off your blanket or your towel. So if you've not got your strap, you just let the knees drop out. And then from here, your arms can go out to the side. Ah, this feels good. Or you can take them above the head. You can even hold the elbows if you want a really big chest opener. So what we're trying to experience here is some opening in the inner thighs, the groin, the hip, and also the heart. If your legs don't like being in this position, you can extend them long and just take a lovely heart opener here. We're going to hold this for a couple of breaths and just let your body again sink heavy into the earth. The magic of yin happens when we surrender into stillness. Let your face soften. Heart openers feel vulnerable because it's where we hold so much emotion, but at the center of all the fear and grief is always love and joy. So let your heart space crack open and just release layers, if you like, of whatever is not serving you. And just breathe. The back of the head is heavy. Notice the breath in and out. Nothing to achieve here. Surrender. These heart openers on a physical level, even the gentle ones, really good for the anti-hump. You know, we see a lot of rounded shoulders in society of all ages because of using devices, computers, phones, driving, everything we do, extend our arms forwards and round our shoulders and look down. So this is like the perfect tonic, I think. Breathe. Also practicing this daily, if you can, for a few minutes, or even just regularly, is going to prevent and even decrease any rounding. A few more breaths. Can you surrender a little more deeply? Is there anywhere in your body that you're gripping that maybe you could let go of? And then bringing your hands by your side so you can press into your forearms to come on up. Release your strap if you're using one. If you do use a strap, it pulls a little on your lower back, just creating more length, less compression in the lower spine, so that's lovely. And then lying down flat, if you want something under your knees, you can, into Shavasana, just for a minute to let the body fully release. Take a couple of breaths here. And again, let the earth hold you. Really feel that connection. And I ask you to consider again, what can you release that is no longer serving you? I'm going to be quiet just for a moment. Just be here with no expectation, nothing to achieve, with awareness on your body and your breath. Take a nice deep breath here. Let the breath reach your extremities. And then bring your palms together and just rub them to ground you back so you can build some heat. Place one on your belly and one on your heart, and just take a moment to offer yourself from you to you so much love and compassion. Bend your knees, come onto your side slowly. And you can bring yourself up to a seated position. If you've got longer to stay laying down, then obviously lovely, you're welcome. Pause here. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center, bowing the head. Setting the intention to have more kindness to ourselves as we come into autumn, allowing time to pause, to slow down, and for self-care and for self-love. Namaste.